But here's the problem though, with injustice. That's perception. When you talk about people, that's all perception. Because you might not be okay with multiple wives.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that because the Bible says I can do it. But you might not be okay with it. So if your wife, if you got I don't know how this hypothetically speaking, if you got a wife and you have another wife, your first wife might be like, nah, I ain't with this. That's injustice for me.
Okay, is she gonna remove herself from that?
Okay, then. But
hopefully she will have enough intelligence to remove herself
from that. Okay, but here's the thing with that though. Here's the thing. That's her injustice versus your injustice. But that's and then you got all these other people. You might have a person who run around and say, well, I think it's okay, I can have sex with anybody. I don't care if they're 10, I don't care if they're 8.
Yeah.
And that's okay with it. But another person might say it's injustice to have sex with somebody under a certain age. Yeah. So the problem with injustice, the way you explained it, without a set specific standard, everybody's doing their own thing.
Yeah, injustice is gonna find you. I'm not pinpointing a particular injustice.
But who sets it up though? Who sets that standard?
According to the laws of the land. But what I'm explaining to you is their system. We have to navigate our way through the system. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like you say, your house.
Yeah.
You're dealing with justice in your house. So do you create the justice system in your house?
Of course.
So if you want multiple wives, your wife going to get down with that?
No.
But you created, you said.
No. That's not now, I married my wife 5 years ago. My anniversary was in 2 weeks. So that wasn't on the table when I married my wife. That wasn't. So I wouldn't do her unjustly and all of a sudden wake up one morning and say, I ascribe to this and this is what's going down. You got to jump in here and be part of it. I wouldn't do that to her. But having more than one wife, I can understand dudes having that. Because dudes do, but they don't label it as that. They do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing about it is just keep this shit real, man. Like, I mean, we just gotta wake our people up. You know, y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do, wake our people up according to the way y'all feel like y'all, you know, how y'all waking them up. But it's just, them books for me, man, I don't believe in an invisible man. I don't believe in no book. I'm religiously traumatized, and I don't ascribe to none of that, man. But we can talk all motherfucking day, but that belief shit, man, that shit is crazy. I heard a brother explain it on YouTube. Matter of fact, he said, you might have said Kevin Wesley. He said that I believe that I talk to aliens. I talk to aliens at night on a planet, on a certain planet, and they communicate with me telepathically, and that's what I believe. Who are you to argue with him? That's not what he believed. They do talk to him if that's his thought process. You understand what I'm saying? That's the difference between a belief and a fact. It's totally, we can talk about belief too. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in a higher power. It's all about belief.
Okay, I do admit there are beliefs in here, but there are also facts in here. And the way white people roll is the way it's set in here. And the way black people roll is set in here. And this was written 2,000 years before anything, all this played out. So, so what is a fact? What would you call
a fact? Is a fact.
What is it?
A fact. A fact is just what it is.
Something indisputable, right?
It's indisputable. You can't dispute a fact.
So the Bible said white people are going to take over by way of war and murder and killing, and they're going to have the riches of the earth. They're going to be the top dog.
Okay.
That happens. That has to be. That's a fact because that's indisputable.
Okay.
That did happen.
But once again, you're dragging me back in that book.
And I said,
I don't ascribe to that book.
You have to subscribe to a fact.
Yeah.
I don't got to subscribe to somebody being a rapist.
Oh, no.
They exist.
But I understand what I get what you're saying, totally. I get what you're saying, totally. But when you're dealing with them books, I just don't, like for me, it don't compute no more. It don't compute for me. Like anything, it's like me being a computer. If you try to put something in it, it ain't programmed to receive, it kick it.
That's the magical words you just said.
And kick it,
Exactly.
and kick it out.
That's right.
That's the way my mind is.
That's right.
Because I'm religiously traumatized.
Okay, I understand.
I done been through everything, like I was explaining to you about me being a Christian, a little boy in the church, and then joining the Nation of Islam. Then from there, joining Imam Warthi Muhammad with the world Muslims. Then I became just a Muslim. Then in the early 90s, you had the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah come through. I ascribed to that. And unfortunately, I was in the Bean. I used to teach Islamic Sirah. I was assistant imam in the jail. But every step of the way, the knowledge of me as a person, as a black person, I kept that and equated that and saw where I fit in that picture. And I didn't fit in it because it was all Arab history. It's all Arab history. It's all Arab culture.
Right.
And I've learned long ago, any person, any man that adopts the culture of another people become enslaved by that culture. So that's why I reject everything. I just got a hard enough time trying to be a black man. I don't really have a culture. No. Because we're a peculiar type of people. We created, quote unquote, our own culture, being separated or being in this country. We created our own underculture.
But that's just adapting to what we were given. But that's not our culture.
No, life dealt us lemons, so we made lemonade. But that's how it is.
That's adapting.
Yeah,
but that's not what. That's not the origin of it.
Oh no, I
So
agree with that.
what's the
But
origin
we're creative people, baby. We're creative people. Everybody trying to be like us.
That's true.
We're creative people.
But what's the origin?
As black people.
What's our origin?
Our origin in this country.
No, not this country.
Oh well, I
Before this country.
can't take it back to Adam and Eve. I can't do all that. But
So you say you don't know this, right?
well, according to the books, it's before Adam and Eve. The story of Adam and Eve, and we know it takes back 6,000 years. But if you Google how long has Homo sapiens been on the planet, they're gonna tell you 100,000 to 200,000 years.
Because they don't know shit.
But because they're not ascribing to a belief. The scientists or the biologists, they're going according to the facts that they're learning. They're not going according to a belief system. Like I say, that book takes you back 6,000 years.
That's over 6,000.
The book from Adam and Eve to us right now is a little over 6,000
It's
years.
more than that. Because he created the world in 7 days. And one of those days was 1,000 years. So it's at least 7. So, but without even none of this time, Adam and Eve was alone 7,000 years.
I'm saying, according to the genealogy of that book, from the out, I don't care how many you can say, a day is 1,000, 1 day is 10,000 years to God. I'm just saying, the genealogy of that book, from Adam to us right now is a little over 6,000 years. That's not even going deep. That's keeping it elementary. So, but if you Google and ask Google or Siri, how long has Homo sapiens been on the planet? They're gonna tell you 100,000 to 200,000. So, and then at one point, you have to understand, our dialect was noise, sound, clicks.
I don't believe that.
No, that's a fact.
I don't believe that. Who's fact?
It's a fact.
The white man's fact? I don't believe that.
It wasn't always language as we know it.
I don't believe that.
It was. All you got to do
That's what the white man said. I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't believe everything he told me.
I don't believe
He
it.
said he been to the moon. I don't believe that.
I don't believe everything they tell me either. But some things, like some things, I just let go of. I let it be. I don't question. You know, I say you don't question God. I don't question some shit that's out there I can't speak about. I just let that shit go. I just let that shit go. It's nothing wrong with waking people up. Wake them up. I mean, I'm here for talking to you because I work for myself. You understand what I'm saying? I'm on my own time. But wake them up how you can, man. But that religion stuff, the books, man. Teach our people how great we were or whatever. You know, teach them about the first people.
I don't tell them that.
I'm just saying. I'm saying tangible things that will inspire them to want to inspire the next person and wake the next person up. You know, give them something. You know, like even like who invented the stoplight, who invented the straightening comb. You know, things of that nature. How great we are, and how great we can be. Not and do what you do because you want to do it. I'm not doing nothing that I feel like I'm obligated to do. Some invisible man said that I got to do this, I got to wake the people up. I'm doing it because that's what's in my heart. Because at the end of the day, I'm a black man that's in America. We all got to each one teach one. We all got to each one teach one. Whatever, like, you know, no shade or nothing, but whatever you doing, you know, to wake people up. If it's work, it work, man. But at some point, like all the young people nowadays, they want to be rappers. They aspire to be rappers. But if you rapping, you started at 2019 and you 35 now. It's time to get that up. It's time to get that up. Even the great rappers, they were doing something before they got put on. They was working at McDonald's, hustling, they was doing something in order to survive. At some point, you gotta hang it up. If like me, for instance, use me as the yardstick for what we're talking about. Like I told you, I'm religiously traumatized. That shit ain't work for me. I had to walk away. It don't compute. I'm getting too many mixed messages from different people. I'm getting too many mixed messages, too many different theologies, so I just take it back to being black. And I'm at peace with it. That's the whole thing. I'm at peace with it. I'm at peace with helping my people when I can. Feeding people. I used to be with this other organization. And I used to be with this other group. I had to walk away. I had to walk away and start my own. So it is what it is, man. It's whatever works for the individual. You know what I mean? I'm real Barry anyway. So I'm gonna see you up here. This your post. Your post just happened to be in front of the old night on Broadway, aka the strip club.
It's be over here, but the way that sun was beaming, yeah, they didn't take it over here today.
Oh yeah, the sun stay right here. Or get on the Dollar Tree, Joe.
Oh, they ain't gonna let me sit over there.
They won't.
I got it. They probably call the cops.
The cops will do.
Tell me to leave.
Tell them I got COVID.
They really
I'm preaching about COVID. I'm preaching about COVID. I got COVID. They don't want no smoke, man. They don't want no smoke. I'm in charge of both these blocks. So you'll see me around here all the time. But yeah, man, whatever you can do, whatever help you out, whatever floats your boat, whatever works. As long as you at peace. You at peace with it. Too much going on. Too much going on. But yeah, I'm out, man. I got some hands.
Okay, brother.
I'm gonna catch you, sure.
Yeah, take it easy, brother.
You want something to eat?
Oh, I'm straight, thank you.
You want pizza?
I'm on a diet.
Oh, you on a diet? There's my man in the door.
I wish I could have some pizza. I'm on a diet.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, man, like he was saying, he's traumatized. And, like, and just hearing like him going through this one, that one, and this one, it's messed up because we were just getting into how Satan is going to throw things in your path to get you to turn from God, right? So he's going to put things in your path to deter you. Like for an example, imagine if a female was with a man, he was a Christian, he treated her horribly, right? Beat her, everything under the sun is bad. He did that to her, right? Now for the rest of her life, she's staying away from people who claim to believe in God. Matter of fact, she herself might even stay away from God just because of that, right? That might even happen. But that's all a setup from Satan, right? And that's why I'm going to go back over here. Romans chapter 8 and verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? Right? So can any bad thing just take you from God? Right? And you ask me personally, right? And Lord willing, I keep this same energy, I'm going to tell you no. There's no sword that can keep me from God. Right? There is no horrible situation that can keep me from God. Right? There's no amount of loss that can keep me from God. It just can't happen. And that's just how I feel right now. And like I said, Lord willing, I get to keep that same energy. Right? Because you know that what? Peter, what did he tell the Lord? He told the Lord, man, we're ready to go to jail for you and to die right now if we got to. Right? And Yahweh Shah said, yeah, that's how you feel? He said, I bet you this. He said, well, before the night passes, you're going to deny me 3 times. Right? So at that specific time, Peter had that energy, right? But it was appointed for his faith to fail in that specific hour. And he denied the Lord. So right now, I'm feeling like, yeah, nothing's going to deter me. That's going to take me from God. And I put on top of that, Lord willing, I keep that same energy, right? Because if the Lord wanted to be, he'll take anybody's faith away. If he wanted, he'll take anybody's faith away. Because you can't run around thinking you have the power. You got to understand that the power and the faith that you have is a gift. And it's a gift that can be taken away at any time. So you got to say, Lord willing, that you can keep it. You got to understand that you don't run it. God runs it. Right? And that you're only in the game because he's allowing you to be in the game. Right? But coach can pull you back any time. Like, yo, take a seat, bro. Come over here. Come take a seat. He can call you back at any time. Sit you right on the bench. Right? That's why that humility comes in. Right? Being lowly. Understanding that we're nothing. Understanding that everything we obtain, the faith that we have, everything comes from him and his power and his strength. We don't have any power. We don't have any strength. We don't run anything. We're just actors in a movie playing out a role. Right? That's us. That's what we're doing.